Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be doing a Should You Summon for the end of year 1000 Bubble banner. We will be getting the banner in about 21 hours time approximately. It's going to be 1 a.m. CST time. Come watch, hang out. I will be going live for their banner, like a little bit before. I will be going 25 steps, and then I believe I'm going 25 on my ult at that time. I'll probably be doing more on my ult later on, but at the moment, I'm only doing 25. I want to see if I can do something. But yeah. Now, does that mean that you should summon on this? Because I'm going 25. It's up to you, okay? Like, I think all three of these characters are absolutely exceptional for what they want to do. Askin looks like he's going to be an absolutely dominant Brave Battle character. Ichigo's looking to be one of the best characters, if not possibly even the best character in the game. I'll have to wait and see. But people have been telling me that the Weakening Plus is apparently 75% lowering their defense. So you're going to be basically doing 75% more damage whenever you inflict Weakening, which is absolutely insane. Beforehand, it was 50, but I'll get more into that later. And then Senjumaru, I can't lie, yes, she has GQ skills. It's very unfortunate, but she's still going to be very good. And I'll go over her kit, and I'll show you why. The banner is here from the 31st all the way to like the 24th, so you do have a bit of time. You can see what mid-month is, just in case maybe they somehow drop your favorite character at mid-month, like after anniversary you got Shinji, which was an absolutely exceptional mid-month character, so they could do the same with this, where after end of year they're like, okay, we want to get more people to summon, so let's drop a really great mid-month character that's pretty popular. They could definitely do that, you never know. So if you want to wait, no problem, you can just wait. As for the filler or the individuals, if you only want one character, this is what you should go for. Do note that they do not have pity, but you have a higher chance at pulling the individual rated character at like step 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. because there's only 5 fillers instead of like, I think it's like 12 on the actual banner. So if you only want Ichigo, he'll be here on the 12th to the 18th. If you only want Senjumaru, she's here from the 18th to the 24th. And then if you only want Askin, he's here from the 24th to the 30th. So now let's just hop in. And let's go over the filler real quick, and then I'll go over the characters. So the filler, I will not lie, it's very mediocre. Like, outside of these first 3, you're never going to use any of these other characters. And honestly, you'll probably never use Rengiku either, outside of like certain very, very niche limit breakers. But I will say Gremmy, Bambi, and Orime are exceptional links. But outside of that, these bottom 3 are absolutely worthless. Genuinely, if these 3 would have been replaced with True Shigai Ichigo, Yuha, and then maybe like Power Yama, or even like Heart Yuha or Yatru, like the Speed Yatru Unohana, that would have been so much better. I'm not gonna say Orihime because we just got her on that other poll selection banner. That's why I don't think they would have added her in here. But either way, like that would have made this banner just so much more better for a lot of people who like genuinely care about the filler. Me personally, it's whatever. I'm going for the 3 shiny new toys, but I know why some people would like a better filler. As for the format, it is basically every single 5 steps is a guaranteed 5-star character from the filler, one of these 12, and then step 25 and 50 is going to be a guaranteed 1000 or bulwark character, and then at step 50 you can pick up any 1000 or bulwark character you want up until Ishin and Masaki, I'm pretty sure is what it said. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Do I recommend going 50? Not really. I genuinely think once you hit 25, that's enough. Like, if you really can't pull all of them within 25 at least one time, I say go for the individuals at that point. Don't go to 50. I don't know, but that's just me personally. If these are your favorite characters though, and you have to do it, go for it. Understandable. Favorite characters, summon away. But yeah, let's just go over the characters, I guess now. Let's go over it. So for Ichigo, he is going to be absolutely insane. He has the Quincy Killer Plus ability. And then, they don't have the new status element images, but he has Weakening Plus on all of his strong attacks, which make him do 75% more damage whenever he inflicts Weakening, which beforehand was 50, which was absolutely broken. And I actually don't remember if they extended the time for how long they actually last. Genuinely don't remember that. Yeah, I honestly don't know if it's extended the time, but you do more damage. He has strong attack recharge time minus 14%. He has a berserker value of 60%. Complete status immunity. He has a debilitator of 5 seconds. He has devastation plus 60%. Frenzy plus 3. Increased status summon chance against Quincy's plus 10%. He has the Marauder. He has Poise. Poise break outside of brave battles. SP boost of 80% and weakened defense. And if you go to the actual character for Ichigo, he has the EX skill. Exactly like Kenpachi, where he gets a 100% SP boost. So if you have your SP boost already procced, and then you proc this with the EX move, apparently you get approximately 360% SP boost. I don't know how the math works there, but somehow that's what it adds up to. That's what all the data miners say, and I'm like, okay, I'll go with that. Like that's like, it makes Kenpachi like the best character in the game. He's so broken. Like, okay, I guess Grammy, my bad. Second best character in the game, my bad, Grammy. But with this, like, Ichigo might surpass them. Like, he's absolutely broken. And then he also has the defeat enemy bonus, which, enemy defeated bonus, he gets an extra 20% melee damage. Defeat 40 enemies, he gets the team party strong attack recharge minus 15%. I do not know if this stacks with Soy Fun, by the way. I feel like it wouldn't, because a lot of team party buffs don't really like stack like that. They just go with the highest value, so that's what I'm going to assume happens. So if you have Soy Fun and Ichigo, I assume it's going to only apply Soy Funs after the 60 kills or whatever it is for her. And then for if you defeat 60 enemies, you get an extra 60% devastation, and then 80 enemies, you get an increased special move use plus 1. I thought this is a team party thing, but since it only says increased special move plus 1, I'm actually curious. If you use Ichigo and EOY, you get an extra 2 soul bombs, so you have 3 soul bombs in total, which would make sense because we have had we've been able to get up to 3 soul bombs for a while now. You know, you can fill up 3 soul bomb bars, so I assume you can, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. You know, don't quote me on that. If you can't, it's not the end of the world, but if you can, I think that's kind of funny. So he's going to be absolutely broken for Limit Breaker Quest because of that, and he also gets the recharge on top of that. Like, he's crazy. He has Berserker, you know, he has the Frenzy 3, which is also insane. Increased status chance against Quincy's, 80% SP boost, and then stacked on top of the EX move, it's 360%. Like, this man is going to be absolutely broken. And then on top of that, he has Longshot and Sprinter and Havoc. Like, he's gonna be so fun. He's gonna be so fun. Also, some of the coolest visuals in the game for me personally. So Ichigo is definitely the prize of the banner in my opinion. Going on to Senjumaru, I will say this right now. Yes, she has Go Quest skills. Frenzy 3 only in GQ, Killer Effect more in GQ, melee damage plus 30 in GQ, whatever. She has the SP boost, she has Berserker, and she has full stamina damage built in already. She's immediately better than any Go Quest like base character that we already have because she has those 3. A lot of them are just missing skills like Rukia. She has an SA2 boost, so she can't inflict status summons on her SA2. And then she also didn't have full stamina, so that's another multiplier going into Senjumaru. Like, Senjumaru, like, is still going to be absolutely broken. Like, yes, I understand end of year should not have had these skills limitations, but I still think she's going to be very good. Now, could I be wrong once we get into the gameplay of her? Possibly, yeah. But her strong attack kit looked very, very good. She has Giselle's SA1, and then she has a 960 if I'm not mistaken, and then a full screen SA3. Ichigo, I think, has a beam SA1, 960, and then a full screen SA3 as well. I could be a bit wrong in that. Comment down below if you guys know the actual ones, but I believe that's what I saw when I was perusing through my Discord. So, yeah. But let's go over her kit, or her skills. So she's a melee captain killer, so she's here to replace Yatru Unohana potentially. Now granted, if she's 1-5 and you're going with a 5-5 Yatru, I don't know if she's actually going to out DPS the 5-5 Yatru, but I will say this, because she has the increased status summon chance, she is going to be much more consistent. And then I actually don't know which strong attacks have what, because she has multiple status elements. So for her SA1, what does she have on it? Alright, here we go. I could not find it for the life of me. I was blind. Her normal attack has burn plus. Her SA1 has Freeze Plus, her SA2 has Paralysis Plus, and her third attack has Lacerate Plus. And then her EX and Soul Bomb has Drain Plus. So, by the way, if you don't know what the plus is, basically you override any other status element. So let's say you have a character on the side with a basic weakening. Senjumaru would have a more, like, it would have more control basically and take over. So that way you constantly keep proccing your SP boost. So that way, like, let's say you're using the Heart Tosh. Because he has a very high chance of inflicting, or like Gremmy if you have him on the side for whatever reason. If you have an SP character with status ailment plus, you will have more, be a higher in command in order to proc your status ailments versus them. You would override them essentially, which is going to be an absolutely big W, because the amount of runs that you get cucked over because your sides procs on the boss or something is just ludicrous. So this is potentially one of the best changes that we could get for a status element character, to be honest. But yeah, so she's a melee captain killer, strong attack recharge time minus 12%, damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20%. I already went over her debuffs. I believe it's freeze, drain, no, freeze. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot remember this at all. SA1 freeze, SA2 paralysis, SA3 is lacerate. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm stupid. And then Soul Bomb and EX skill is drain. And her EX skill is exactly like Gremmy's. So yet again, the two best EX skills are back in the game. Yet again, I don't really mind that they're using EX skills when they're that broken. Like, at least it's not like a regular attack like Owetsu's. Like, I think Owetsu probably has like one of the worst EX skills, besides it just helps fill up his gauge. But yeah, for her skills, she has Berserker of 40%, Bombardment plus 1, Debilitator of 5 seconds, Frenzy plus 2 or plus 3 in Guild Quest, increased status summon chance against Soul Reapers plus 10%, so she's going to have a very high chance against Soul Reapers, Killer Effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ, Marauder, Power Damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ, she has Poise, Poise Break, SP boost of 80%, Weaken Defense, and then for her innate skills, Havoc, Poison or Paralysis Duration, and Sprinter plus 2. Really wish she got complete status immunity. I can't lie. Like, that's like one thing that I'm like, oh, that really is annoying. Like, I just don't care for status elements. Like, it's just kind of annoying always having to dodge around and stuff when you're in like IT and stuff. Like, it's not the biggest deal in the world, because like if you don't have full stamina, you are probably still one-shotting with how much damage she does. As long as you proc your SP boost, obviously. But you know, it is what it is. I think she's still going to be very, very dominant. Is she number 1? I don't know. I really hope she is, because she's Bankai Senjumaru. She's really cool. I hope she's number 1 power character. But we'll have to wait and see when she drops. But her Song Attack kit is phenomenal. So, alright, going on to Askin. He is going to be the strongest speed character in Brave Battles, and also a very, very good side character in Guild Quest. Where is his EX move? Or his Soul Bomb? What the heck? Where is his Soul Bomb? Why did they not put that in there? That's kind of funny. But yeah, so Askin's going to be very interesting, because he does not have the block skill for speed or whatever other attribute they were going to do with him. And I mean, I think that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But he's going to be very dominant, because he's going to be the only character that's an actual good speed character that can boost. And that is going to be the most dominant Renji counter. So I have a feeling Renji, Askin, and Sajin are probably going to be the meta if I have to guess, but obviously it could change. But he has Sternritter and Soul Reaper Killer, not Sternritter and Soul Reaper Killer Plus, it's just base. He has damage taken minus 21%, and then he does have status elements. He has Poison Plus, and that's a big thing considering one of his other skills. And then he has an SA2 boost, and I assume he has Poison Plus on his Soul Bomb as well. He has Brave Battles only, Persistence for 5 seconds, Brave Battles only, Prevent Last-Ditch Survival, Half Stamina only, Decreased Damage Taken minus 50%. He has a booster of 30%, so he gets more attack, 43% attack, focus, and defense whenever he pops his SA2. Brave Battle, temporary invincibility of 10 seconds. He has a bruiser value of 50%. And then Disabler. If you don't know what Disabler is, apparently it hasn't been in the game in years. But Disabler basically means he has an increased chance against anything in the game. So Orime, Renji, Sajin, he has an increased chance to proc the poison, which is absolutely amazing. Like, that's insane. Also, another thing I forgot to even mention is that if you have Poison Plus or Weakening Plus or whatever it is, you now have to have 200% immunity to be immune to these status elements, which is wild. So there's like, I don't think there's a single way you can make yourself immune to Askin's poison effect unless we start getting like some insane like resistance links or something. Like, I guess we might have 100% poison links, but like that seems pretty mid. I'm not too sure, but you know, it is what it is. It sounds interesting, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I don't think it does any more damage. I haven't seen any like data mines or anything like that, so keep that in mind. But it's still like, it's gonna be very good damage over time. And if he like inflicts you once and the character's off in the corner punching a tank character, they might be cooked. He has Enhancer for 10 seconds, so it extends the boost. Flurry plus 3 as well. Base Flurry 3, Bruiser 50% increased chance against everybody. That is going to be so broken. Like, that's going to be insane. Like, you can use it in, like, any guild quest, probably. Like, any range guild quest. And he should be decent. Obviously, though, the increased chance, though, might cuck you if you don't have Killer or Status Element Plus. Just saying, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see. He has Ignore, Brave Battle, Invincibility, and then Poise. On top of that, he has Long Reach, Sharpshooter, and Sprinter. So I will say there is probably a counter to this guy, considering he doesn't have Paralysis immunity. He doesn't have anything like that. But I feel like you could just give him Paralysis immunity, and he should be fine, because there's no, like, Paralysis plus character. So, I mean, I think he'd be fine, because I saw some people say, oh, just use, like, Yuha or something against him. But, I mean, I feel like you just give him Paralysis immunity and he's just chilling, but we'll have to wait and see. He might just still one-shot, because he is a ranged character. You might just one-shot Yuha before he even gets close to him. But yeah, I cannot wait to see how he goes. But now for the other filler. Let's see what... So Rangiku, to be honest, she's just whatever. Like, she's decent. Like, she has really good skills, but her strong attack kit is very underwhelming. Like, that's why I don't like a lot of the other, like, guild quest characters. Like, even if she has, like, insane skills, like, she has really good skills, but, like, I just don't like her strong attack kit. It's all like knockback skills essentially. But thankfully, like Senjumaru, she has very good skills, like or very good strong attack kit. But Rangiku, just it's whatever. To be honest. Also, I just realized I'm missing someone in the thing. But yeah, she has SP boost 80%, Frenzy 2, technique attribute, story per damage to status and affected enemies of 40%. You know, so she's good, like, especially for, like, certain limit breaker quests. Like, if you can just, like, keep consistently proccing your last rate, she's very good. But in, like, guild quests, she's whatever. Limit or IT, she's okay. But yeah, she's alright. She's alright. Alright, and now on to the next character is going to be probably a very good side with Senjumaru, if I had to guess, especially for the new Nightmare difficulty that we have. He is a Captain Melee Killer. He has a full stamina only, increased normal attack damage of 40%. He has freeze on all of his strong attacks and his NAD string, except for his SA2, which is a boost. He has a booster of 30%, bruiser of 50%, enhancer plus 10 seconds. And another reason why Askin I think is just so crazy is because we have like Flurry 1 and then Flurry 2 characters in GQ, but Askin is just like base Flurry 3 plus 50% bruiser plus booster and enhancer. Like that's crazy. Yeah, and then Tosh has killer effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ, long reach, melee damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ, paralysis duration minus 100%, poise, and start barrier 15. I remember people clowning on start barrier 15, but now it makes so much more sense. Why? Because they had these nightmare modes in mind, I assume. So it's gonna be very, very nice. But then he also has dodge, sword per damage, marauder, and splinter plus 1. So I imagine he'd be a pretty darn good side for Senjumaru, but I'm not sure if you want to just have like boosters for Senjumaru's damage or what. But yeah, we'll have to see how he does. I mean, I hope he does good. Like that way, if you don't have him and you do pull him, he'd be a pretty good pull. Like I think he's gonna be pretty good. But outside of that, he's just a GQ side bot. That's about it. I like his bandana though. All right, and now we have the #1 normal attack damage character that requires RNG because his attack boost is kind of annoying to get. But he does have increased chance. But either way, he is a ranged Orankar killer. Normal attack damage of 20% as his soul trait. He has weakening on all of his strong attacks except for his SA2, which is a barrier SA2 boost. He does have the gauge effect where he gets an extra strong attack recharge of 30%. And then he also gets 100% bruiser? So he gets 100% bruiser and 50% damage decrease taken. Like, imagine if you got an extra flurry. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. But yeah, 100% bruiser, which is crazy. On top of his already base 40% bruiser, a debilitator of 5 seconds. He has the enhancer, flurry +1, guard break plus hit hidden enemies, increased status summon chance against speed enemies, multi-barrier +2, poise, and the attack boost of 80%. On top of that, he'll have the innate skills of 100% chance to hit dodging enemies of any affiliation, fire duration -100%, and sprinter +1. So yeah, he's a very, very good character. Just a bit of an RNG character mainly because he, he only has increased chance against speed attribute enemies. So in Guild Quest, that's gonna be very annoying to proc his attack boost, especially with characters like nowadays. You have like Frenzy 2, Frenzy 3. He's just probably never gonna proc realistically. So he's super RNG, which is why I kind of hope once we get the status summon plus characters, that kind of solves it, and then we can get more consistent attack boost characters. But who knows what they're gonna do. But yeah, he's still a very, very good character. Just unfortunately, he's a nag character. So, but I would love to pull a dupe on him. He's only 1-5 for me. Now we're on to the very mediocre characters. Like this character, like Grammy, like yeah, he's fine. He has Frenzy 1, SP boost of 50%. He does have a complete immunity, Berserker 30%, an extraordinary link of full stamina only, increased strong attack damage of 20%. But like outside of that, he's just whatever. Like he's just genuinely just a link or a fun character if you just want to have a little bit of fun with one of your favorite characters. You can use him. Outside of that, he's whatever. Same thing with Bambietta, but I think she's just kind of worse. She just doesn't have the SP boost, but she does have increased status summon chance, which is what I wish like the characters with the SP boost got, but they never got the increased chance. They only got the SP boost. But Berserker 30, Bruiser 20, Frenzy 1, increased chance against Soul Reapers, Power Soul Reapers, my bad. And then like the best link in the game, strong attack recharge, and then full stim only, increased strong attack damage of 20%, and that's about it. Orime yet again, much worse than the other two, but she has the really good link. Strong attack recharge time, full stamina only, increased strong attack damage of 20%. And that's pretty much it about her. Like, nothing to brag about. 20% Berserker, 20% Bruiser. Frenzy 1, multi-barrier, like whatever. It doesn't really matter. Owetsu is a pretty good side for a normal attack damage character in the melee Soul Reaper week. He didn't get Booster though, which really sucks, but he has an 80% Bruiser, 50% Berserker for whatever reason. Okay. And then his link is also really mid. Like, I can't lie. Like, that's a terrible link. He should have gotten full stamina damage or Bruiser or something, because recharge and full stamina damage is pretty good. Never gonna say no to those. But yeah, he's decent. He's decent. He's a decent side. So if you have him 5-5, he could be pretty good. And then Rukia, she just has no use. She's just kind of like a cool character to have because it's Rukia. But this link is just kind of outdated at this point. Only 30% Bruiser as well. Frenzy 1. Yikes. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And then when you have the old Brave Battle Yatru. Some people were absolutely hyping this character up when she dropped back in the day in my video the other day, yesterday. And wish I could have experienced her in her prime. Apparently she was absolutely broken. But nowadays, she's just a link or just a cool character to use. She doesn't have guard break or anything. So like it's going to be very annoying to use her outside of even Brave Battles. Even in Brave Battles, she's going to get cooked. But she's a cool character to have if you pull her once or if you want to try to max gen send her. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it for the banner. Let me know down below, are you guys going to be summoning? Let me know down below how deep. Are you guys excited for the banner? Obviously, I know there's a lot of backlash because of the filler. And then, Senjumaru having guild quest skills. But outside of that, I think this banner is absolutely phenomenal. And I cannot wait to summon. Like, this is probably one of my favorite banners of the year. But yeah, take care. Peace out. Hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Ciao.